What's going on, you guys? It's your man James, aka JP, back again with another toy room review, and today we have the brand new Xbox Series X mini fridge. Now obviously this is a pretty big box. It didn't fit in my review setup, so we're doing this review standing up. So let's go ahead and take a quick look at the packaging right here. So you can see the front, it has a nice big Xbox logo, says Xbox Series X replica mini fridge, and then of course you see what the fridge looks like in all its glory. And then right here you can see it says only at Target, and then right over here you can see some of the features. Then coming to the side you can see the light up features right there, and then you can see this as it lights up, and again more features and whatnot right here. Coming to this side you can see multiple different angles, with it open, with it lit up, with it full with cans, and empty as well. And then of course you get all the specifications. If you guys want to pause that to read, you can go ahead and do so. And coming on this side you get that Xbox logo once again. You can see it holds up to 12 cans, and then you got the cans right there. Xbox Series X mini fridge. That's pretty much it. On the top it just says Xbox. On the bottom it is completely blank. So that is it for the packaging. Obviously it's not in here, that's the reason why I'm able to toss this around, but we're gonna go ahead and plug this in, see how it looks, see how it operates, and yeah, so without further ado, let's go ahead and take a closer look at the brand new Xbox Series X replica mini fridge. Alright, you guys, so here is the Xbox Series X mini fridge out of the packaging, and I am holding it unplugged at the moment. Now it is done in a matte black finish, which is supposed to reduce the amount of fingerprints, but as the light hits it you can definitely see like the fingerprints all over it. Now it's not that big of a deal, you're not really going to see it when, you know, in normal conditions. I just see it now because of my studio lights. But anyways, let's go ahead and take a closer look. So I am holding this unplugged like I mentioned, and it is pretty lightweight. You can definitely just pick it up and go, so definitely portable in that aspect. So coming up to the front right here, you can see the Xbox logo. Now this logo does light up, but it's not plugged in at the moment. And then you have the disc tray right here, and what's a really cool feature is this button for the eject button actually presses. I don't know if it has any functions, we'll take a look at that later, but I thought that was pretty cool. And then down here you actually do have a working USB, so you can charge phones or whatever devices you want to plug in here through the phone, which is a really cool feature. And this button here, which would normally be the sync button for your controller on your Xbox, also functions. Again, I don't know if that has a purpose, maybe it's for the LED lights, but we'll take a look at that once we plug this in. Now on the side you can see a little hint of green right here, and this is actually the lip to open the fridge, which we'll take a look at in a second. Then on the back you can actually see the cutouts for all the HDMI ports and Ethernet cables and everything that would normally be on your regular Xbox. So I think that's a really nice touch. And of course you have some of the little power features right here. It tells you the voltage that it uses and whatnot. And then up here is where you plug it in, and it even has a little on and off switch, which is very nice. Coming to the bottom, it is just black, but you do have these rubber feet right here to keep it in place, so that is very nice. And coming to the top right here, you can see where the Xbox would normally have the opening and the green lights and everything. You have that. You also have a little, looks like a little fan right here, and this section is also supposed to light up as well. So that is pretty much it for the fridge. Let's go ahead and open it up. And you can see that bright lime green on the inside, and this is what it looks like. So we'll get a close-up shot of that. You can see the shelves in there if you want to put like candy bars and whatnot in there. And then right here you have that. So it is a pretty deep fridge. I didn't expect it to be as deep as it is. So it looks to have a pretty good size. And of course you have all the cables that are included. So I'm gonna go ahead and plug this in. We're gonna let it cool off. We're gonna get some drinks. We're gonna stock the fridge, take a look at all the LED features that it has. So let's go ahead and jump to it. Really quickly, just taking a look at some of the power cables that you get with it. So obviously you have your traditional like wall style outlet right here. As you can see, that plugs into the wall, this plugs into the fridge, but you also get this cable right here, which is very nice. So this end plugs into the fridge, but this end plugs into a cigarette lighter, so you can bring it literally in your car and power it that way, which is just really cool and really adds to the portability factor. And if you have an Xbox themed car, perfect addition for your car. Alright, you guys, so this segment I'm filming on my phone just because my actual camera is having a hard time focusing on the actual fridge itself, just because it's mainly all black. So it was going in and out of focus. You're just gonna have to bear with me on this. But I have the fridge plugged in now, and take a listen to this. So I don't know if you guys can hear that or not, but that is the fans that are spinning here and here to pump cold air in and hot air out. It's not that big of a deal. However, I don't know if once the fridge reaches temperature that this will kind of turn off. I hope that's the case, because if not, and the fridge just sounds like this constantly, it is pretty loud and can be a little bit of annoyance in your room. But my assumption is once it reaches the temperature, that will cut off. But I just don't have time to sit around and wait for it to reach temperature. Let's go ahead and open it up and see how it's doing. It is getting a little bit cooler in here, but definitely not where it needs to be. So it'll probably be like an hour or two before this reaches temperature. Obviously, because I just plugged it in for the first time. And we take a look at the fridge right here. We'll get into those details in a second, but one thing that I really like is that there is magnets right here on the hinge, so once it reaches that part, it just kind of snaps shut, which I really like. We'll do that once again right there. One thing that I don't like is when you open it, it doesn't like really stay in place. I wish the hinges kind of like locked in place right here, otherwise it just kind of flaps all over the place. But let's go ahead and get to these buttons that I was talking about earlier. So once you press this button, which is normally the eject button on the Xbox, you turn that on, and that turns up the lighting right here on the top, which I'll cut off all the lights in this room in a second to give you a better look at it. But you can see the fan spinning right here, and then the internals right there. And then once you press this button, which is normally the sync button for your controller on the Xbox, that goes ahead and turns on this little light right here on the Xbox logo, which is very nice. So other than that, that's pretty much it. But let's go ahead and open up the fridge, and you can see that I did stock it with some waters, just to give you guys a view of how that looks. So obviously they are very tall, so I had to take out this shelf right here. But all you have to do is take all the waters out, and then grab the shelf, which is right over here, and just slide the shelf in the little grooves. So it has these little grooves right here. Those grooves go towards the end, so you're gonna slide that in like so, and then just kind of, I can't really do this one-handed, there we go, snaps in place and locks in, which is very nice. And then you have the shelves right here, so again, if you want to put like a candy bar or something in here. But let me go ahead and grab these sodas, and I'll be back with you in a second. And this is what the sodas look like. So you can fit standing up here, and then on this top shelf you have to lay them flat. But very, very nice. And I only put 2, but you can go with these mini cans, you can actually go 3 deep. It should be able to close. Let's test that out. No, so you can only go 2 deep because of the shelves. I wonder if these shelves are removable, which they are. Okay, so if we just slide that up, you can actually remove the shelves, which then you might be able to go 3 deep. Let's see. Yeah, okay, so if you remove the shelves, you can go 3 deep with your drinks. Otherwise, if you have the shelves on, you can only go 2 deep. So that's very nice. I think I'm probably going to keep the shelves off, just because I don't think I'll ever be using them. But, oh, it's very hard doing this all one-handed. There we go. That. And then that right there. Okay, so, yeah, that is pretty nice. Right there. Just closes like so. Really quickly to show off the charging capabilities, you can see this cable is plugged directly into the fridge, so we're going to go ahead and plug the phone in, and there we go, we are charging. I don't know if you guys, it didn't really focus, but you can see right here charging. So there we go. Right, so that's pretty nice. There's my review of the brand new Xbox Series X mini fridge. Now overall, this is an amazing piece to any game room, any man cave, just anything, even your car, because you can, yes, technically you can hook this up in your car. So this is a great addition. The only downside so far is that, like you guys saw, that the fans were a little loud, but I think once it reaches the temperature, that will definitely calm down. Make sure you guys stay tuned. I'll give you guys like an update on my community tab. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. Have your notifications turned on so you can get an update on the fridge once it hopefully reaches the temperature. But even with that loud noise, I use air purifiers, so I'm kind of used to that noise in the background. It's still really cool. Again, where else are you gonna find a mini fridge that looks like an Xbox? Now, unfortunately, I don't have the Xbox Series X to compare it to this, but I mean, it's the same exact design and everything, just a lot bigger. So that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Share this video with your friends. Be sure to follow me on Instagram. That link's in the description down below. I'm gonna go ahead and get on out of here. So as always, guys, stay tuned for more, and I'll see you guys next time.